Hey everyone, Backlog Gaming here with another video for you. Today's video is going to be focused around my Monster Hunter Wilds build that I've been utilizing for in-game, whether that be gaming with friends or responding to SOS flares. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Let's tell you what this build is going to be about. So, this build is a Lancer build. It is a defensive build that I've come up with that will also help me support my teammates. So, just to show you what we're going to be utilizing for our equipment skills, you can see here I have Blast Attack, Guard Up, Wide Range, Divine Blessing, Recovery Up, Earplugs, Speed Eating, Mushroomancer, Free Meal. There is a Tool Specialist one, which is not important, but Self Improvement and Shock Absorber. So, what do we have here? So, real quick, the weapon itself is going to utilize the blast attack, the guard, and the guard up. Now, you can swap out whatever element you want for the level 3 gem. So, like if we go over here and we look at equipment info, you can swap out whatever you want for this top gem. So, this top gem right now, I have Blast Jewel, okay? That's because I'm utilizing Gravios's Lance, which has Blast on it already, so it just increases that from 350 to 470. Then I use 2 Iron Wall gems. These allows me to get my guard in to level 3. So I have guard up, which allows me to block unblockable attacks, but it also reduces the amount of stamina that is lost when blocking an attack. And then guard, I believe, allows me to go, like when I guard, I lose minimal health. So you're covering both of them in order to stay alive as a pure tank type build. So that's why I utilize both of those. My offhand weapon is sword and shield. So if I have something that's maybe a little bit more faster attacking and I need a little bit more time to time my blocks with my attacks or whatever the case may be, sometimes I use sword and shield. But it's again same concept, right? It comes with guard 3. I put a Frost Jewel 3 on it, so my Frost damage element goes from 350 to 480. And then I get the Shield Jewel 2 and the Shield Jewel in order to go ahead and raise my guard up. Next, the head that we have is the Duna Wild Helm. So this helmet was kind of something I slotted in. I personally don't like it when a monster roars, and from there my guy acts all stunned. So I wanted Earplugs 3. So that's what this allows me to do, is that when I was building the build, I had a slot that, only something would fit into. It was helmet, so I took the Duna Wild Helm. This is the part of the build that you could swap out. Maybe you don't like other things like tremors or flinching or whatever the case may be, that you could swap out and do something different. But I went with earplugs. So again, it's slotted with earplugs and tool specialist, one naturally, and then I went with earplug jewels on it, 2 of them to get me up to earplugs 3. The chest is what I utilize for wide range. It's called Sealed Coat. So it comes with level 4 wide range. What wide range allows me to do is anytime I consume something, it passes it on to my teammates. So whether it be a potion, whether it be mushrooms, when we talk about Mushroomancer, anything like that allows me to pass that buff off to the other teammates around me in kind of a bigger range. So again, has a friendship jewel in it to give me into wide range, level 5 on my chest. But next we have arms. So arms, we're utilizing battle van braces. This gives me free mill level 3. What does this do? This will allow me to activates 45% of the time, but gives you a predetermined chance of consuming a food or drink item for free. So when I utilize the consumable, there's a 45% chance that I will not actually use it. It will stay there. And with this build, you will be popping stuff like potions, you will be popping stuff like mushrooms, and anytime that you can kind of save yourself 45% of your materials, means that's 45% less time that you have to go farm materials to keep make sure that you're sticking with it. The gem on here that I have is recovery up one. It is the medicine jewel level 1. So again, with this, I went ahead and slotted this in here to kind of give me a little bit of regen. So it increases the amount recovered when restoring health. So I'll have greatly increases recovery. So the way I look at this is when you have your health bar at the top and you take damage, there's a section of it that is red, right? This helps you recover that red naturally way quicker. So keep that in mind. Next, I have Suja's Sash. Sorry. This allows me to get Divine Blessing level 3. So Divine Blessing has a predetermined chance of reducing the damage you take. While active, it reduces my damage taken by 50%. So again, we have the blocking that reduces damage, right? When we go up here, and we look at guard, it reduces knockback and stamina depletion. And then when we look at this guard up, allows you to guard against ordinarily unblockable attacks, but reduces the damage taken by 80%. This goes into the vein of tanking, right? So when we look over here at this, when we have this Divine Blessing, it just reduces the damage I take by 50%. So we're compounding this information, these stats, these skills, to basically take less damage, right? Again, recovery up, level 1 gem, but we also put a self-improvement on here. So with this skill, how it works is attack and defense increases as time passes during the quest. The maximum is reached after 30 minutes. This I threw in there. It gives me a little bit, I think it starts at 5 minutes, then it's 10, 20, then 30, that it increases it, just to kind of give you a little bit more attack, give you a little bit more defense, right, as time goes on. Shock Absorber disables damage reactions when you're hit by a friend or when a friend hits you. This is great because how many times have you been trying to do something and there's, somebody, other melee characters around you trying to also hit the monster at the same time, and you're kind of staggering each other. So this prevents its quality of life gem, essentially. Now, keep in mind, any level one gem, when you hit in-game, you can craft that from the lady that's stirring the pot, right, in the hills. So I was able to craft these, a lot of these gems, since they are level 1, but anything level 2, you have to get to Hunter rank 100 before you can craft them, or you have to get lucky and have them drop. It's same thing with the level 3 gems, so keep that in mind, that there's a little bit of build up here. Next is my legs. So my legs are Melahoa roots. So with this one, this gives me my Mushroomancer 3. So this allows me to consume certain types of mushrooms for effects. So I can lets you digest blue mushrooms and toadstools, allows you to digest nitro shrooms and parashrooms, allows you to digest mandragoras, devil's blights, and excite shrooms. So right now, what you're going to see is you're going to see a graphic on your screen that's going to tell you what these do. I don't remember them off the top of my head, but the way that I buff is I kind of just have them in order of selection in order to select them and go through when we're talking about it. And we'll cover that later in the video when I actually show you, explain the build and how to utilize it. We also have our final recovery up gem. This gets us to level 3. Again, increases the amount recovered when restoring health. For our talisman, we are utilizing our charm. We are utilizing speed eating, level 3. This allows me to consume faster when you're in the heat of battle. You want to be able to get those heals out. You want to be able to get those buffs out in a timely fashion. Speed eating cuts that down. And we'll see that when I start popping potions, you'll see that it's like one gulp, and then it's done. And then Mantle, you can swap this around, whatever you want to do. I like Mending Mantle. That's what I utilize. So if you want to do something else, that's perfectly fine. So just a quick recap here. Weapons, if you want to change these, you can. I personally like these two weapons. But if you wanted to change it around to where you have a different element, perfectly fine. Not going to hold anything against you there. And then the helm, if you want to change from earplugs to something else, find a helm that has some other equipment skill on it that you want to utilize, and then go from there. So let's go out real quick to show you. So if I go out here, I just want to get to the point where I can utilize stuff. So again, this is going to show you how fast that charm works for you. Like, that's me drinking a regular potion, right? Here's me drinking a mega potion. It's done, right? And again, I pass that healing off to my teammates when I utilize it. So if we look at mushrooms, though, how I line it up, and when I'm going into battle, what I will do is I will line up here on Toadstool within my inventory, and I will go ahead and eat this, right? And then eat the next one, and then the next one, then the next one, right? These ones, they're like a max potion per self-healing. So if you pop it, it increases it. It's kind of like a max one. And then blue mushrooms are like potions, right? You can have adamant seeds, or if you want to make the pills or whatever, I personally just utilize the seeds. But what this allows me to do is allows me to buff my teammates before battle. So when we talk about speed, that's what I'm referring to. Is with the flow of battle, I experimented with a couple things with this build. One, I experimented with changing my offhand from a sword and shield to changing it to a what is it? I'm drawing a blank on the weapon's name. Anyways, the hunting horn, in order to give buffs, give them more buffs. The problem I found is that by the time I cast those and they cast all this, right? Like, the moment I cast the hunting horn, if you don't know how that works, you have to do a combo, then you play it in order to buff your teammates. By the time I did that, did all these buffs with the mushrooms, and then headed out, it seemed to dampen pacing a little bit too much. Whereas, like, with the Mushroomancer build, it allows me to just get out there and start doing, right? So it allows us to basically, if in the flow of battle, get to what we want to do for, like, sooner, attack the monster. So I think that's where it comes in, that with the hunting horn as a secondary, I personally didn't like it. If that's something you want to utilize, perfectly fine, right? If you want to experiment with that, you want to see if that's something you would want to do, not totally against it. Just know that your main weapon, when you have that out, that's going to be your guard and guard up weapon. So with this, I mean, this build, to kind of give you an idea, I've been running up to Hunter rank 100 extremely quick. I've been Hunter rank 100 for a couple days. But also, I've been having a high success rate in all my HUDs, whether it be an SOS flare or it be, hunting with my group of friends and buffing them and having a good time. So anyways, that's the build, guys. If you like it, go ahead and leave a like on the video. If you want to see more content from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We do stream Friday through Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then we also will go ahead and stream randomly on Mondays through Thursdays in the evenings. So if you want to be notified when I go live, if you're subscribed, you'll get notified. If you want to follow me on my socials, they're linked in the video description down below. So I always probably post out to those two when we go live. But other than that, yeah, that's what we're aiming for. Goal right now is to reach 500 subscribers, where I currently like 259 at the time of filming this video. So very small channel. Everybody's support definitely helps. Is the build probably perfect? Probably not. There's probably some things I could tweak. There's probably some things I could change and whatnot. But from here, it's what works for me. So